There's always an ongoing battle between boilers and heat pumps. Which is more efficient? Which one is cheaper to run? Which one has a longer lifespan? And tons of other similar questions. Luckily, I've talked with a couple of energy experts to show me the accurate data, so I can share with you a true answer. Which one of these two is better? Right off the bat, you need to understand that both of these have their advantages and disadvantages, so don't be fooled by tricky salesmen that are presenting either one as a far better option. 1. Let's first cover the main aspect, efficiency. Heat pumps require insulated buildings for gradual temperature buildup, while gas boilers are better suited for less heat-efficient buildings. This is mostly because these two have completely different operations. Gas boilers produce heat rapidly and can keep temperature pretty high, while heat pumps operate through a tubing system to extract heat from outside air and use it to warm your home. A good heat pump has an efficiency of 3 up to 5 times its usage, which is more than 300%. On the other hand, gas boilers on average have efficiency of about 85%. This makes the heat pump more efficient, but there's a ton of different factors to look for to really calculate which one is cheaper in the end. These are the things nobody talks about, and they're very important for your wallet, so pay attention to the next ones I'll mention. Number 2. The second important thing would be installation. Heat pumps have a more complicated installation, and it sometimes takes up to 5 days to fully install it. Gas boilers have been around for decades, so installation became cheaper as well as parts. This makes a gas boiler cheaper to install, especially since it's smaller and requires less effort. If you're a handy person, you could even install a gas boiler by yourself. On the other hand, I would never recommend trying to install a heat pump by yourself. You should expect to spend a bit more money installing a heat pump compared to a gas boiler. Number 3. The third thing worth looking for is running cost. The truth is that sometimes a gas boiler has cheaper running costs compared to heat pumps, but sometimes it's reversed. This is mostly because electricity prices always fluctuate, so in some periods it might be cheaper than gas, and sometimes it's more expensive than gas. An advantage of a heat pump is that it requires less energy in a well-insulated house, so it automatically reduces running costs. It can remind you a bit of a lottery, since you can never know if gas or electricity prices will go up or down. Number 4. The fourth important aspect is maintenance. Gas boilers require an annual check by a registered professional to ensure everything is okay and to prevent any significant damage from happening. Heat pumps also need annual checkup, but you might have to replace the filters at least 3 times a year. Also, you'll have to spend more time on ensuring your filters and coils are clean. Without any doubt, gas boilers require far less maintenance than heat pumps. Number 5. The fifth important thing is lifespan. I have to give it to heat pumps here. The reality is that gas boilers don't last long, and the average lifespan is between 10 to 15 years. You probably don't want to buy a new gas boiler in 10 years, so it's understandable that this might present an issue. However, heat pumps can last up to 30 years, double the lifespan of gas boilers. This is also something you need to take in consideration of the overall cost. Number 6. The next thing to pay attention to is space usage. An air source heat pump requires a large space outside of your home to be installed properly. Also, you'll need to find extra space for a control box inside of your home. If you go with a ground source heat pump, which takes a few weeks for installation, it requires even more space outside, as the pipework is buried in the ground. The good thing about gas boilers is that you can install it inside of your home anywhere. They need very little space, and that alone makes installation a breeze. Number 7. Another very important thing is all year-round usage. Gas boilers can be used only in winter, and you have to shut them off in the summer. However, heat pumps can work both in summer and winter with just reversing their operations. In the winter, they extract air from the outside and push the warm air inside of your home, while in the summer, they push cold air inside of your home. This is a huge advantage of heat pumps, but I wouldn't use them as a main heating source in very cold areas. So, which one is better and cheaper? It depends on your needs and situation, but for my own personal use, I have to give it to heat pumps, as they can save you a lot more money in the long run. However, if you don't have a well-insulated household and you want very quick heating, then it would make more sense for you to go with the gas boilers. Also, heat pumps require more space and a bit larger upfront costs, but they are more efficient and cheaper if you look at a 10-year span. I feel that it's still important to mention all the pros and cons of both. So, let's first start with gas boilers. Some of the advantages of gas boilers are: they can heat space very quickly. Installation costs are cheap. They are easy to use. They don't require a lot of space as heat pumps. You won't have to struggle with maintaining it. They work great in not insulated buildings. But they have some downsides as well. The average lifespan is only up to 15 years. They're not environment friendly. They have a bit higher running costs. You can only use them in winter. Now, let's mention heat pumps' advantages. They're 3 times more efficient than gas boilers. You can use them all year round. They have double the lifespan compared to boilers. A lot more environmentally friendly. Very easy to operate. Overall lower operating costs. Keeps the warm air inside of your home. It has some downsides as well. Higher upfront installation costs. It requires more maintenance. They require more space. After checking up and analyzing all the data from energy experts, it's a fair win to heat pumps, as they're overall cheaper and more efficient than gas boilers. Still, you should remember to check which one suits your needs the most, as that's more important than the cost. We also have a free cheat sheet with 28 tricks that can help you save on your electricity, heating, or cooling bill each month. Click the link in the description to download.